Alden, let's start first with a bit of history about the building. Can you take us back there?
Sure. We acquired this building when it was City Auto Parts. Many people had wanted to take over the building, but the owner didn't want to lose his business. The town had started changing to a tourist area, and his customers were having a hard time getting a place to park and getting their parts. So our owner was smart and said, I will build you a building, move your business, and take over the Main Street spot. So we got it was City Auto Parts. Before that, it was a tractor sales shop. We're talking old-timey tractors, those big wide doors. Wow. They could wheel the tractors in and out. And way back when, I guess the expansion onto the building was done in 1828, so the building dates way back before that, so mid-1800s. There was a bar right next door, rumored to be a brothel upstairs. Back in the day, too, there was, so we have B&B rooms up there now, so there's all kinds of storage for City Auto Parts. When we took over, there was an old boxing ring up there, and apparently back in the day, if anybody had issues with each other, they'd put on some gloves and duke it out. So wow. There's a lot of history in the building, and there is at least one ghost that joins me in the morning sometimes. So.
Wow.
Yeah, we've had customers staying upstairs. One in particular asked me one time if I had ever, if it was haunted, and I said many people have said that. I've had my run-ins with a so-called ghost. Well, the lady was putting on her makeup in the mirror, and in the back she could see the end of the bed from the reflection in the mirror, and she saw an indentation, like someone had sat on the end of the bed, and nobody was there.
Oh my!
And so yeah, I have a few other stories of being here early in the morning and getting goosebumps and chills.
Me too.
And thinking I'd seen somebody or heard somebody for sure, and our original chef said the same thing back in the day. There was she'd be here late at night working on the menu for the next day, and nobody's here, but there's footsteps in the beer garden. So, but that's a little bit of the history of the building.
So let's take it into the present. What are we staring at behind us right now?
Right now, we've got our brew house, and we're brewing up a batch of our Pioneer Porter, which is our most award-winning beer. 2 times GABF medal winner and a World Beer Cup medal winner. This is the original setup. We opened in 1994. So you just had your 4 serving tanks, your brew house is here, and the 4 fermenters over here in the corner. They quickly realized that it's a German town, to do German-style lagers, we kind of need more tank space. So we added 3 tanks next door in 95, and then about 7 years ago we did another 3-tank expansion. So we have 6 more tanks next door also.
Alden, give us a bit of an overview of the craft beer industry here and overall.
Well, it's one of the great industries to be in. It's just such a tight-knit group. Everybody's really willing to help each other out, and it shows. If you look back, we started in 1994. There was probably 10 breweries in Texas. Yeah. Now there's beginning of last year, there was 100, just over 100. Beginning of this year, there are over 200 breweries in the state of Texas. The United States, it took us until 2013 to get back to 2,000 breweries, which is what we had pre-Prohibition. So it took us from into Prohibition to just a few years ago to get back. Well, now there are over 4,000 operating breweries in the U.S. So the industry, even in Canada, y'all can see, the industry is just booming everywhere. And I don't think you could have that kind of expansion and growth if it wasn't for brewers willing to work together, help each other out, and really expand the industry as a whole.
Now, it doesn't surprise you, obviously, to hear that Canadians have a thing for beer. So when our friends from Toronto come down here, what's the one that you're more than likely going to have to look at them and say, we just ran out of that one? What's the one you can't keep in stock?
That is a good question. We've learned now that our flagship beers, the Pale Ale, Peace Pipe Pale, Chandler Rock Red, and Pioneer Porter, we hardly ever run out of. Some of our lighter beers, it's maybe not that, I don't know if Canadians are that familiar with Mexican-style lagers, but we do a Mexican-style lager now that we can't keep enough of. So that would be the one that, if you were here yesterday, or...
Okay, now Alden, I haven't had lunch yet. I just want a light beer. What do I want?
You want the Honey Cream Ale.
Honey cream ale.
That's what
now
we
that's there's not. Is there a lot of alcohol in that?
No, it's going to be like upper 4%.
Good, because
4.8.
I got a busy day. You know that, right? I
Yes,
can't be
yeah.
having that beer right
Yeah,
now.
you can-
Okay, what's it called again?
Wait, when did that start?
Well, I just thought I'd put on a good show for Alton. That's all. What's it called again?
A honey cream ale.
Honey cream ale from Little Honey. That's what he said, kind of, didn't he? Or no? Okay.
I think so. Yeah. We also probably the one that we have more on hand, light beer wise, is our Not So Dumb Blonde Ale.
Not so dumb blonde.
Yes.
I can still drink that.
Oh, God. Help us all, someone, please.